Our final guest today is Reverend Yvette Eber, who is the pastor at the Congregational Church of Batavia. Good afternoon, Yvette.
Good afternoon, Ellen.
And thank you so much for joining us.
It's a pleasure.
Can you tell us a little bit about the United Church of Christ, which is what the Congregational Church is part of, and tell us what the church is about and its beliefs?
The United Church of Christ was actually formed in 1957 from 4 smaller denominations, and they came together and united. And their philosophy is direct involvement with the Bible through discernment. Christ is the head of the church, but the Bible is still speaking today, and United Church of Christ congregations work together to discern Christ's call.
So each congregation is working toward this knowledge on their own, independently, through their pastor and the congregation?
Correct. Each congregation is autonomous. The highest power in the United Church of Christ is the individual congregation. But we have the support, and we're in a covenant relationship with the denomination.
Okay. And one of the things that I know that is still somewhat unique about you as the pastor of the church is that you are a woman pastor. And tell us a little bit about perhaps your journey into this, and how did you arrive here?
How did I arrive here? I was, years ago, a school teacher. And when I started having children, I went to part-time and was offered a church job at my own church doing Christian education, which led to a call to seminary, and I thought I was going to be a Christian educator my entire life. But I discerned in my Bible study and my thirst for Bible study that I might have a call to preach. And in the United Church of Christ, you're called to preach and teach, is a dual call.
Oh.
So it seems like a natural extension of where I started out in education.
So how long have you been in this role as a pastor now?
In Batavia, I've been here a little over a year. I've been a pastor for about 8 years, and prior to that I was in Christian education for about 8 years.
Excellent. Now at the United Church of Christ, in the congregation here in Batavia, what is the philosophy of the church, and what is the philosophy that the church is trying to bring to the community?
Well, the church has a really wonderful connection with the United Church of Christ slogan, whoever you are, wherever you are on your journey with God, you are welcome here. And they actually enter into the struggle at the Congregational Church of Batavia to welcome that all, which is an ongoing working progress. We have people in the pews that don't all believe the same thing, don't all vote the same way, don't all see the same Bible story the same way. And they are bonded in community of service. I think one of the greatest bonds at the Congregational Church of Batavia is outreach. How do we reach out to the community around us and, in fact, the world around us? And it seems to hold everybody together.
So each individual is following what their beliefs are, and we're all, of course, different people.
Right.
But in that diversity, we look for unity amongst us and some unifying principles then.
Yeah, and the unity is usually God, and how do you experience God? And the unity, we may all experience God differently, but we all have a thirst to hear about each other's experience.
And so we actually use that to draw ourselves closer to each other.
Yes.
And to see other ways of experiencing God and other ways of relating to God, rather than seeing this as being something that's divisive amongst the people.
Correct. Now, there's always division, there's always divisiveness, but we struggle with what we have in common to heal that and work together as the people of the Church of Jesus Christ.
So well, you mentioned everybody is welcome no matter who you are or where you are on life's journey.
That is our constant goal. It's not an easy goal. People think that putting that in front of a church on our sign like it is there means it's a done deal. It's a constant work in progress. God challenges us by bringing people who are different to us into our lives all the time.
But everybody was made by God, so we welcome everybody.
That's where we're headed. Children of God gather together.
Now, within the church, what programs does the church offer? What are some of the things that we have?
One of the most unique programs I think we have children's ministries, we have a thriving youth ministry, but we also have a young adult ministry. We have students that go to college during the year who come back during the summer and meet together for Bible study and for fellowship activities, and that is a rare thing in churches today when you go beyond the youth group age. We also have about 5 active Bible studies for people at different times of the day that are going on, and anyone could actually start a Bible study and we will find room for it on the church calendar. We have a weekday during the school year Logos program that kind of picks up where the old Thursday school philosophy in Batavia picked up.
I remember that.
It's moved to Wednesday, but it is Christian education during the week, and it's fellowship. The kids come together with adults at a dinner table and then have activities according to their age group, and that's when we teach confirmation. Outreach is happening throughout the church in many, many different ways, not just the outreach committee. And I think one of our newest ministries is our Justice and Witness ministry, which seeks to bring God's justice into the world.
Excellent. Now, the church offers many, many programs. Who can participate in them?
Anybody can participate in them. Basically, we had VBS last week, and I would say it was made up of half church members and half people from the community who simply come for Vacation Bible School. We have people who come in who visit with us regularly and are members at other churches but go to our education programs. So basically, your contribution to being active in the church is how you choose to make it.
So when we say everybody is welcome, it doesn't mean that you have to be in the pews on Sundays in order to be welcome. You can be welcomed in any one of a number of different ways.
Absolutely.
That's wonderful, so that it's open to everybody. Find the things that resonate with you, find the connections that you would like to make, and check things out.
Yeah, we also have a nursery school, which is a mission of the church, has been for 40 years, and many of our nursery school parents are served without being members of the church.
Excellent. So how can people learn more, find out more, decide they want to stop by for a visit? How can people get connected if they want to be?
Well, stopping by for a visit is always an option. We have a doorbell on the front door of the church that you can ring, and our office hours are 8:30 to 4:30. But to learn more about us, there's several ways. If you're a computer person, we have a church Facebook's webpage, and we also have a web page, which is under construction, but is still up and working under construction.
Excellent.
And it tells all the activities, and you can simply visit an activity or visit worship. No phone calls necessary.
No prearrangement, no reservations.
But a lot of people do email myself or other staff members to ask more about a program beforehand and let us know they're coming. We greet them at the door. We answer their questions. So you can be as conspicuous or inconspicuous as you like.
Excellent. Well, Reverend Yvette, thank you so much for joining us and telling us about all of this. Thank you.
Thank you, Ellen.
And now we'll take a brief time out to hear from some of our sponsors. We'll be right back in a moment.